Another day, another mod on the Focus. Today we're going to be installing Whiteline's rear tow arms and rear adjustable sway bar links. I had the car mostly corner balanced at Hennessy's Tuner School, and they can only get it about 48% balanced, and that's because the sway bar preload was actually kind of messing up the balance, okay? So we got some adjustable sway bar links. We're going to install a sway bar as well, but right now we're just trying to get the car completely corner balanced. With the adjustable sway bar links and tow arms, at least we'll be able to get it completely balanced. We'll be able to get the alignment back in spec, and we'll be able to enjoy the car for a little while we save up for a sway bar and the rest of our suspension mods. So for starters, these are the tools we're going to use. I've got a hammer here, I've got a screwdriver just for a pry tool to get the lateral arm out. We've got a pair of channel locks just because there is a spacer that we're going to need to start on the lower knuckle portion for the sway bar links. I've got a 14mm and a 13mm ratcheting wrench. I've got a ratchet and a 15mm socket. This is a 5mm Allen that we're going to use to hold the shaft still while we tighten the nuts on the sway bar links. All right, first thing we're going to do is use a 13mm wrench and loosen the nut on the bottom of this sway bar link. I usually tighten them just a bit to break them loose, especially when the bushings aren't smashed at all. These are OEM, so you saw me tighten it about a half a thread just to make sure it was going to come off, and now I'm loosening it. All right, I'm gonna take a 14 mil, we're gonna stick it on here. We're gonna see if we can bust it loose. Oh, we might not need an Allen wrench for this one. Looks like it's gonna thread out without fighting us. Knock this out of here. And that is our factory sway bar link removed from the rear. With the rear sway bar link, you're gonna get some washers and this spacer. This spacer is going to be pushed into that hole, and that is why I have the pliers, just to get it started, and then we're going to smack it in with a hammer. This is our new Whiteline sway bar link. It's Whiteline real nice on there. And this is how you adjust it, that middle section there. As you can tell, it's already just a little bit shorter than the factory one, and that's exactly what we need. All right, now we're going to take this metal bushing, set it in there as straight as we can get it. Now it is a tight fit, okay? The other one I was able to kind of squeeze in. The channel locks most of the way. Yeah, there we go. So I just used the channel locks and just hit the edge here and here, and then on the edge, inside edge, rocked it back and forth, and that squeezed it the rest of the way in there. There's a little tiny gap. That'll close whenever we put the sway bar link in there, actually. All right, next step, we're actually gonna slide these things in their home. So we'll adjust them a bit. As you can probably figure, we're going to need to. We gotta get all of this lined up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take all the height out of it. Much height as I can. And I'm just going to kind of manhandle it in here. All right, I bumped the camera out of the way trying to do that, but all I did was pull it up right here on the sway bar, push that in a little bit. Just a little bit of pressure is all it took. Make sure you put that washer on before you put it through the sway bar, otherwise you'll have to pop it back out and re-lift on the sway bar to get it in there. The next washer is going to go on here. Slide bolt is going to go over top of it. This is where we're going to need our Allen. Tighten this bolt here at the bottom first. Allen in the bottom here because these are tapered lock nuts. So Allen goes in the bottom, wrench goes over the nut yet. And if you go opposite ways, you actually tighten it twice as fast, in case you didn't know that. You could either hold the bottom still and tighten it, or turn it opposite. And once it gets tight, boom. Wiggle that freaking thing out of there. Now we're gonna do the same thing on the top. Wrench, Allen, tighten. All right, and then this adjustment right here is how you adjust your preload when it's on the ground, but your suspension has to be loaded for it to do that. And we can access that under the bumper this way with the car on the ground. So we're gonna do that after everything's swapped. This video today was made possible by Graveyard Performance. If you guys are shopping for any Focus ST, Mazda Speed, Explorer parts, make sure you check out graveyardperformance.com. The people there are not only enthusiasts, but they care about the customers more than just about anybody in the market nowadays. You can reach out to them at just about any time of night. Alex is the sales rep that I used on most of these parts. Stephanie is who I used before. Everybody I've ever worked with at Graveyard has been nothing short of incredible. And just for you guys, if you use code SlaterBilt on Graveyard Performance, that's gonna save you 5% on over 100,000 parts that are available for you. So after all that talking, let's get back to the install. We need to get the rest of this rear suspension done. All right, next step is gonna be to take our 15mm socket. We're gonna remove this bolt and this bolt here. That is going to take our tow arm off so we can replace it with this beautiful Whiteline. See how much better that looks? Heftier. 15mm, right here. Get that guy out of there. Beautiful. Now we're going to take 15mm on the other bolt. Gotta break this loose. I'm sorry if you can't see anything. And out she falls. The other one I had to pop off with a screwdriver, but that one tumbled right out. All right, now I'm going to show you a trick. So see how that's obviously shorter? We line up one bolt hole. It's obviously pretty short, right? So what we're gonna do, we're gonna unthread these ends kind of equally on both sides. And they thread opposite ways, so pardon me for getting both of them wrong. It's probably pretty close to about the same. We're gonna take the bolts that came out and we're gonna stick them in the eyelets here, right? Okay, see how that one's all the way in? That one's not. We're gonna twist this till the bolts line up. And then, whenever you get it to the point that the bolts go in, we're gonna run these lock nuts down. We're not gonna tighten them all the way down, but we're gonna run them down. And that makes it so you can drop that tow arm right back into the factory spot and it won't mess up your alignment on the way to the shop. So separate these guys back apart. We're gonna put this guy back in now. All right, thing I found easiest to do was to get it started in this bracket first because it's got a bottom on it. So you can't go through the bottom and rotate it back up, but you can rotate it back up into this one. So we're gonna slide it in here first. We're gonna put one of the bolts in. Get it started, doesn't need to be in there all the way. All right, so we're just gonna hang that there like that. And then this guy, depending on how much our knuckle's gonna fight us, it fought us pretty good on the other side.
we're going to get this most of the way lined up. You can get like the edges of the bushing inside the lip of the knuckle. And then I'm going to smack it with a hammer to get it in there. That's what's going to happen. And this is not majestic whatsoever. There's probably a better way to do this, but this is the way I did it on the other side. And it seemed to work okay. I just need to get it wedged in there properly. Like that. Come on, get back in there. You're in there. Come on, get back in there. And this is the toe adjustment that you're now fighting by hand to get that bushing back up in there. If you had some sort of spreader tool or something, it might be beneficial here. Just need to get it started. See how I got the edge of the bushing inside there? It's like that on both sides now. Now, hopefully, there's not a black widow up in my car. I keep hitting those damn spider webs. Pardon me. Excuse me. Now, I'm gonna kind of pull up on it. Tap it into place. Now, for the fun part. We're going to twist this adjustment in and out because it kind of moves differently inside the knuckle here, depending on how you twist it. We're just trying to use the mechanism on the actual arm to line this bolt up, because while the screwdriver method works a little bit, it gets wedged like that. So, I'm gonna sit here and freaking wedge it back and forth and up and down just to get the bolt in. All right, that was the hardest part of the whole job, honestly. After about 5 minutes of banging and twisting and getting it all lined back up, I think we're pretty good. Got the bolt started, so now we're just gonna tighten these guys down. That's a
I think that's pretty well going to finish it up for us, guys. We got the tow arms installed and the rear sway bar links. We're going to set that all up, set preload and all that fun stuff after we get a sway bar, and we're going to do that on a lift. So it's going to be completely corner balanced, and I'm going to give you guys the inside scoop on that. But I appreciate you watching. If you haven't yet, make sure you're subscribed, like the video, comment down below what you want to see done to a Focus. Is there a mod that you've been thinking about doing? If so, let me know, and I might do it on my car, show you how to do it. Thanks for watching. Stay built, stay boosted. I'll catch you on the next one.